Hey, Steve Gamache here with a behind-the-scenes Chef Knives to Go video. This is episode 3, and this is the filming setup. So this is my current setup. I've got a Panasonic DVX200 true video camera. I'll talk about that a little bit, but basically I put it on a couple of stands, and I've got a slider, a bar slider that goes across, and so I hang it off the slider, off a tripod video head, and then I can angle it and get it lined up. Takes a little while to get everything lined up and tuned up, but there's my shooting table, and I've got what's called apple boxes underneath. There's 3 apple boxes, which are basically sturdy wooden boxes that are used for all kinds of stuff in film and video production and photography. And so got a couple different setups I use. I've got some wooden background, and I've got these tiles that I got that are, I think, 24 by 12, so I've got those. Some tape marks for my reference. That's what I put my sheets on. I put the knives on. So basically I'm sitting in that stool and working with that. I've got I've got it angled, not where I normally have it, but I've got what's called the confidence monitor. Right now it's a 5-inch monitor, and I've got that normally angled towards me so I can see what I'm doing and check the focus and that kind of stuff. The previous setup that I had, I was using a Nikon D750, and before that a different camera, but basically to get the focus kind of repeatable, I did manual focus, and the lens I had on there has a gear on it with some teeth, and then this setup here is called a follow focus, and they use it in a lot of higher-end cameras, like a lot of Hollywood productions, a lot of bigger productions you see in TV and the movies. There actually a lot of them are completely manually focused, but that's called a rod system. And then the follow focus, basically the camera mounts on that. The follow focus gears mesh with the gears on the lens, and when you turn the knob, it focuses the lens. And you can use markers, you can use hard stops on different focus points. So I've got some hard stops for the board, and then an in-between point for when I use the cutting board, and another close point that I focus in on. So that's what doing it manually. With this camera right now, I haven't done anything like that yet, so I'm just using autofocus and trying to get kind of familiar with it. So really nice camera. The thing, I'm still learning some of the ins and outs of it. It's got a pretty complex set of menus, but it's quite the camera. The let's see what else here. For audio, I use Sennheiser wireless pack, their Evolution System G3, and I use a headset and put that on, and again basically transfer that to the receiver, which is right here, and then that goes into the camera for my audio. Before, with the Nikon, with the DSLR setup, onboard sound on most DSLRs kind of pretty much sucks, so I was using a separate sound devices mixer and recording that separately in a Sony digital recorder, so you'd have to synchronize up that sound in post-production when you edit the video. So it's kind of nice being able to run it right into the video camera and not have to worry about syncing up. You just load it and go. So that's basically my setup, and I also have my cutting board handy on a little toolbox here, and these are weight bags to kind of stabilize the rig. So I've got my cutting board handy. I can pop that up to show that demo, and that's pretty much what the setup looks like. So the current setup is a DVX200 Panasonic, and recording right into that with wireless audio. So there you go, behind the scenes, the filming setup.